Shalom. Foremost, give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakadash. Salutation to the elders and apostles, GMS groups, the ones that like teach over and truth. Shalom, Rakathon to them. The edification, knowledge, double honors to the elders and apostles, GMS groups, the ones that like teach and represent truth. Shalom, Rakathon to them. Foremost, give all praise again to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakadash. That relates to BBC News relating to major snowstorms in Japan and the neighboring countries such as China and South Korea. Pretty much the major snowstorms have pretty much halted areas of Japan relating to increased levels of the snow, So I'm going to go to a few verses. This is Jeremiah 49. I'm going to read 1 through 6. Concerning the Ammonites, thus saith the Lord, have Israel no sons? Have he no heirs? Why then doth their kings inherit Gad, and his people dwell in his cities? Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will cause an alarm of war to be heard in Rabbah of the Ammonites, and it shall be desolate heap, and her daughters shall be burned with fire. Then shall Israel be heirs unto them that were his heirs, saith the Lord. How, O Heshbon? Heshbon is an ancient city relating to and territories relating to Ammon, ancient Ammon. And I, a spoil, cry, ye daughters of Rabbah. Gird with sackcloth, lament, and run to and fro from the hedges, for their king shall go into captivity, and his priests and his princes together. Wherefore glorious thou in the valleys, thy flowing valley, O backsliding daughter, that trusted in her treasures, saying, who shall come into me? Behold, I will bring a fear upon thee, saith the Lord Yahweh, God of hosts, which is an army, from all those that be about thee, and ye shall be driven out of every man right forth, and none shall gather up him that wandereth. Number 6, and afterward I will bring again the captivity of the children of Ammon, saith the Lord. So they're going to be put in captivity, man. This relates to the Ammonites and their neighboring cities, man, what's going to happen. I'm going to go to 48, and I'm going to talk a little bit about Moab. A few verses relating to them. This is Jeremiah 48. And the spoiler shall come upon every city, and no city shall escape. The valley also shall perish, and the plain shall be destroyed. And the Lord hath spoken. The spoiler is relating to one who's going to spoil and destroy, pretty much. Give wings unto Moab, that it may flee and get away. For the cities thereof shall be desolate without any to dwell in. Number 10. Cursed be he that doeth the work of the Lord deceitfully, and cursed be he that keepeth back his sword for blood. 11. Moab have been at ease from his youth, and he have settled on his lees, and he have not been empty from the vessel to vessel, neither have he gone into captivity. So Moab is pretty much easy, and they follow off the vibration of the one who's really in power, man. But they haven't gone through adversity like other men have. Let me get back to that verse. I'm going to read it again. Number 11. Moab have been at ease from his youth, and he have settled on his lees, and have not been empty from vessel to vessel, neither have he gone into captivity. Therefore his taste remained in him, and his scent is not changed. 12. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will send into him wanderers, that shall cause him to wander, and shall empty his vessels and break their bottles. And Moab shall be ashamed of Chemosh, as the house of Israel was ashamed of Bethel, their confidence. Go to 14 and 15. How say ye, we are mighty and strong. We are mighty and strong men for the war. Moab is spoiled, going up out of her cities, and have chosen young men are going down to the slaughter, saith the king, whose name is the Lord of hosts, man. And the calamities of Moab is near to come, and his affliction hasteneth fast. And these pretty much is going to happen relating to, I'm going to read a few verses relating to Moab, man. The judgments on Moab, and the precursors of the judgments are coming upon, relating to related to Deuteronomy 30 and 7, the curses are starting to be put on these other nations, man. I'm going to read a few verses down. Make ye him drunken, for he magnify himself against the Lord. Moab also shall wallow in his vomit, and he also shall be in derision, which is mockery. For was not Israel a derision to thee? Was he found among thieves? For such that spakest of him, thou skippest for joy. O ye that dwell in Moab, leave the cities and dwell in the rocks, and be like the drove that maketh her nest in the sides of the hole's mouth. We have heard the pride of Moab. He is exceedingly proud, his loftiness, his arrogancy, and his pride, and his haughtiness of heart. Just like a specific nation that's in power, man, because they fall off the vibration of that. And being they never went through any adversity, so they haughty, man. You know, that nation's very haughty, man. And they continuously demise against the nation of Israel, just like other nations have as well, man. Number 30. I know his wrath, saith the Lord, but it shall not be so. His lies shall not so affected. We'll read one more verse. Therefore will I howl for Moab, and I will cry out for all of Moab. My heart shall mourn for the men of Kir-Heres. I want to go down to, I want to read 42 to 47, a few more. And Moab shall be destroyed from being a people, because he had magnified himself against the Lord. So they're going to be destroyed, man. They're going to be put in captivity, man, as well. Because they magnified themselves, they were proud, their arrogance, even against, these are the nations that were confederate, part of the nations that were confederate relating to Psalms 83. The ones that are these nations that are confederate against the apple of the Lord's eye, man. 43. Fear in the pit and the snare shall be upon thee, O inhabitants of Moab, saith the Lord. Ye that fleeth from the fear shall fall into the pit, and he that getteth up out of the pit shall be taken in the snare for it. And I will bring upon it, even upon Moab, in the year of their visitation, saith the Lord. They that fled stood upon the shadow of Heshbon, because of the force, but a fire shall come forth out of Heshbon, and a flame from the midst of Shehon, and shall devour the corner of Moab, and the crown of the head of the tumultuous ones. Woe be unto thee, O Moab! The people of Chemosh perish, for thy sons are taken captive, and thy daughters captive. That relates to the nation of Moab. Yet will I bring again the captivity of Moab in the latter days. So that's the point. They're going to be put in captivity. Now, them and other nations that were confederate against the nation of Israel, man. We'll read that again. Yet will I bring again the captivity of Moab in the latter days, saith the Lord. Thus far is the judgment of Moab. That relates to the judgment of Moab, also the judgment against the Ammonites and other nations relating to that chapter, relating to 49, 48, which talks about another nation. The main contributor, the main chief nation, discusses that in Jeremiah 49 as well. This was just something short relating to that. And also Matthew 24, Luke 21, Mark 13, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. Things happen in different places. For example, things that normally wouldn't happen normally, different places are happening because the Lord is beginning to visit what he has made. Measure thy town diligently in itself. And that's the times we're in. Give all praise again. The water for listening. Give all praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahshua Bashim Rakadash. Shalom.